They feel great. There's no pain.
I can do a lot of those things that I'd given up that I thought I'd never do again. I can do them now.
The pain in the small of my back, the pain in my knees, and certainly the pain in my feet were gone, and that was unbelievable.
I do not leave the house without my walk fit.
I will never not have them because I will never go back to living with pain again.
It sure changed your life. You bet it does. You get rid of pain, it's going to change your life.
I've found the solution to my pain problems, and I'm going to keep using them.
And you can be free from foot pain too with the new WalkFit Platinum Orthotics. You've read about orthotics. Doctors have known about them for years. They're medically and biomechanically engineered inserts that go in your shoes to get you out of pain. 7 years ago, the world was introduced to the original WalkFits. Since then, 5 million people have improved the quality of their lives. Now, WalkFit proudly introduces the next generation in comfort and stability, the WalkFit Platinum Orthotic. We've taken good and made it better. Still with its BioLock heel cup and customizable inserts, but now with a patented gel pad for added cushioning and shock absorption, plus nanosilver, an antibacterial substance to kill germs and odor. There's nothing like the new WalkFit.
The beauty of an orthotic is that it aligns the foot and ankle. Then, everything else goes back into balance with stability and comfort. The WalkFit makes you feel a whole lot better.
Just imagine dancing, bowling, playing golf, shopping, or just going for a walk in comfort and without pain. In the next half hour, you'll learn how the WalkFit Platinum Orthotics can help you walk and live more comfortably than ever before. Now, from the Mall of America in Minneapolis, St. Paul, please welcome podiatric surgeon Dr. Alan Sellner and co-hosts Mimi Umadon and Stuart Pankin.
Hello, Twin Cities!
Wow!
And you all have WalkFits in your shoes, right? Yeah! Woo!
You know, it really is amazing how many people are now walking pain-free because of WalkFit orthotics. People just like many of you and you at home who had foot pain and foot-related pain. We're talking leg cramps, aching knees and hips, lower back pain. And it all began with their feet. WalkFit orthotics went into their shoes, straightened out their feet, and the other problems went away too.
Stewie, you've heard me say this for years. It's alignment, alignment, alignment. You align your feet and you help align your whole body. You know, as a doctor, it is so gratifying to hear from so many patients and friends whose lives have been dramatically affected by wearing WalkFits. They're up, they're out, they're golfing, walking, shopping, doing whatever they want to do, pain-free.
But you're probably all wondering what we're doing here at the Mall of America. Well, we have a couple of big announcements to make, and what better place to come than the biggest enclosed shopping and entertainment complex in the U.S.
Talk about being on your feet. Under this roof, there's a full amusement park with dozens of rides. It's an underwater adventure area and over 1.5 miles of walkways. If you were to spend just 10 minutes in every store here, it would take you 86 hours to complete your visit.
Well, that's a lot of foot time, but the perfect place for our big announcement. Stewie?
Well, it's been 7 years since people began putting WalkFits in their shoes. A little over 3 years ago, the last time we got together, there were 1.5 million WalkFits sold. Today, that number has more than tripled. Now, there are over 5 million happy WalkFit users.
And we're talking worldwide. WalkFits are being used by people in 58 countries on 6 continents. WalkFit orthotics are now the #1 custom-fitted orthotic in the world.
Because they work. Heel spurs, hammer toes, bunions, shin splints, knee pain, hip pain, back pain. Most of these problems are aggravated by poor alignment. WalkFits are true orthotics that when you put them in your shoes, increase your balance, stability, and alignment.
And we've heard from literally thousands of people out there. All had one thing in common: pain. WalkFits went into their shoes and the pain went away. I got a chance to fly around the country to meet just some of those people.
I couldn't believe going from that severe pain to no pain. No foot pain, no ankle pain, no arch pain. And it was like, oh, I can walk again. I don't hurt. I can move. I can be normal. I can work. I can be on my feet for hours. I am out of pain. There is no pain. There is no pain.
A couple months ago, I found out I was a borderline diabetic, and the things I have to do to change it is to exercise, to eat better, but the exercise is the most important part. Well, it's not always that easy to do that when you're a large person. I walk with my wife a lot, but I have trouble keeping up with her. I try playing catch up the whole time, and it doesn't always work. Or in the past it didn't work. Now it does. The pain is gone in my knee. I'm still losing weight. I can't see myself walking without these things now. One day I had pain in my feet, pain in my knees. The next day I had no pain at all. And the only difference was putting them in my shoes.
I couldn't walk. At the very worst, my feet would get so bad that I literally had to turn my feet and walk on the sides of my feet. I must have spent well into the thousands trying to cure my problem, and with my feet, nothing worked. The WalkFit orthotics are fantastic. It's the difference between doing the things in life that I want to do that I love, or just getting through the day with limping around with as little pain as possible. They're the reason that I can run and that I can just have a normal life. I can walk barefoot. I can wear pretty shoes. I can do everything I want and not have any pain. I will always have them and I will always wear them.
The best thing, no doubt about it, is I'm able to be a grandpa again. The WalkFits really are a blessing. I was laid up for 6 months. My ankles would give out on me. They'd just say, hey, listen, it's time for you to, call it quits. It was just devastating. But I have not fallen, tripped, had a problem since I've had these at all. 100% grandpa. Very happy guy, very lucky guy.
Now, we've seen these blocks before.
Yes, they represent your body, your foot, your ankle, your knee, your hip, your back, all the way up. When everything's aligned, it's stable. But what happens when your foot or your ankle goes out of alignment? Everything compensates. Your bones can't support you, so your muscles try, but they get tired and something gives out somewhere, and you end up with pain somewhere between your feet and your back.
But WalkFits help.
The beauty of an orthotic is that it aligns the foot and ankle. Then everything else goes back into balance. The WalkFit makes you feel a whole lot better. As you can see in this animation, if you're out of alignment, the whole body suffers. The ankle breaks down, the knees turn inward, the hip drops, the back tries to compensate, putting incredible strain on all your muscles and tendons. But with the WalkFit, you help realign the heel and ankle. The knee straightens, the hip realigns. You're putting your entire body in better balance with stability and comfort. Remember, we're not just treating a foot problem, we're treating a body problem as well.
So how quickly can you expect to see changes with WalkFit, and how dramatic can those changes be? Just a couple of days ago, I set up shop here at the Mall of America. Hundreds of Midwestern folk lined up to test the orthotics, and they were astounded by how the WalkFits could instantly improve their stability and balance. I'm going to push down.
All right.
You resist. Don't let me do it. Without the WalkFits, Janet was a pushover. But when she had a pair of WalkFits under her feet,
out of control!
Her heels didn't come up, her toes didn't grab, and her weight was properly supported, giving her strength and stability. What do you think?
It's all the difference in the world.
Oh, that's pretty impressive.
Wow, that's amazing.
Okay, that's it. James! James, look at this. Look at this. Me, him. I'm gonna do it again. You resist. What do you think?
Unbelievable. It works.
Wow. Oh, much better.
What do you think?
It's good.
I fell over.
I know.
That's okay. You feel a little more aligned, you feel balanced?
Yeah, I didn't tap. I didn't come at you.
No, you didn't come at me, and I'm a little disappointed.
Oh my gosh.
That's awesome. That did not just happen.
Wow. I didn't move.
No, you didn't move because you're all balanced, you're all in alignment.
Do it again.
You know, I've been sitting over there watching you guys, and you always think there's something up with something. That really changed my balance. And I'm telling you, I'm on my feet 10 hours a day. I'm desperate for something different, and I just can't believe the difference it made in my balance. I kid you not.
Well, I love my orthotics, Doc, but this WalkFit looks a little different than the old WalkFit.
Well, Mimi, we still have the same effective WalkFit design as before, but we've added 2 significant changes. We added a specialized gel pad where it counts most, directly under the heel. With this gel pad, you get much more cushioning and protection.
Well, that's great, Doc. But I also noticed that you changed the color.
Well, Stewie, it's not just a color change. We've added a patented material called nanosilver. It's an antimicrobial agent that helps resist and control odor. Take a look. We took a cotton swab with bacteria and fungal spores and rubbed it on a petri dish. We then sprinkled half the dish with nanosilver and waited. Less than 24 hours later, the unprotected side was covered with fungus. The side with nanosilver, still clean and clear.
I'd get a pair of WalkFit just to keep my feet fresh, and I'd give a pair to everyone I know.
But everything else that made the Walk Fit so effective is still the same, right, Doc?
The shape of the new Walk Fit is the same, and the support and the stability are the same. It all begins with a BioLock heel cup. It supports both sides and the back of your foot to help lock the foot in and keep the heel from rolling. This is extremely important for stability. Then you've got your metatarsal and sagittal arch support. This helps distribute the excessive forces so you land evenly and correctly. And most important, the Walk Fit flexes to help absorb shock and then returns the energy to your foot to help you walk. Your foot actually conforms to the Walk Fit, not the other way around.
We discussed this during the last show. It's like those back chairs that place your back and spine in the correct position to alleviate the pressure and the pain, and the Walk Fit does the same for your feet.
Exactly. And we still have our patented Comfort Arch inserts. 3 different thicknesses. These are going to give you the kind of fit and comfort you want the very first time you put them in your shoes. Along with the new gel pad, we now have an orthotic that protects, stabilizes, cushions, and absorbs shock like nothing else.
I've been wearing these for, I bet you, 3 years now. I've got a pair of my work boots, and I got a pair of the shoes that I wear around the house all day. Every pair of shoes that I wear, I have. If I don't wear them, then my feet ache again.
I tore my ACL in my left knee, then I tore the one in my right knee. And after that, I said, okay, that's it. I'm not going to play anymore. Walk Fit has changed my life. I never thought that they could do what they do for me. It's amazing.
I was to the point where I would just, kind of crawl, almost literally crawl. I kept living on the premise that it was going to go away. Well, it didn't go away until I discovered the Walk Fit. I'm able to get up and not have to hobble before I go to move and do more things than I was able to do before. If I didn't have my Walk Fits, I'd be back in pain. I'm most assured of that.
This is an incredibly good product. I am not being paid to endorse this. I love the product. I felt that it was a good thing to let the manufacturer know how happy I was with the product and how our patients are happy with it, and I would tell anybody that this is the right thing for them.
I wear orthotics in my shoes every day. The fact is that they've changed the way I live. I always thought the pain in my feet and legs were because I was overweight. I now walk and exercise more with comfort and with much less pain.
You know the story of orthotics. Athletes and those who could afford them have been using them for years. Until now, they've just been too expensive. Finally, there's an affordable orthotic everyone can use. So affordable that even if you own the old Walk Fits, you want the new Walk Fit Platinums with the gel heel and the nano silver.
We'll be right back.
If you suffer from sore, aching feet, take heart. If just doing your job makes walking and standing painful, get ready for a change. Introducing the new Walk Fit Platinum Orthotics, guaranteed to get you back on your feet, pain-free. More than 5 million people already know the benefits of the original Walk Fit, with its BioLock heel cup to steady and strengthen your heel and ankle, the longitudinal and metatarsal arch supports to distribute your weight and add balance, and its flexible action to cushion and return energy to the feet. But the new Walk Fit Platinum does even more. First, it's enhanced with nano silver, an antibacterial agent to resist and kill germs and odor. Then, to help guarantee your comfort, we've added shock relief, our impact-resistant gel heel pad for added cushioning and protection. Unlike ordinary cushions and pads that offer little support, your feet actually conform to the Walk Fit, moving ligaments, tendons, and muscles into more supportive positions. Remember, when your feet are off, your whole body is off, and you're like this unstable tower of blocks. Walking, even standing, can be painful. But Walk Fit is engineered to help align your feet, spine, and pelvic area. So we're not just fixing a foot problem, we're fixing a body problem too. Look at the results of this independent clinical study by doctors. Over 90% got pain relief in their feet, knees, hips, and back when using Walk Fit orthotics. Just imagine being able to enjoy things like dancing, bowling, taking a walk, or just going shopping without pain. Available in sizes for men and women, the Walk Fits fit most shoes. And with our patented customizable inserts, are comfortable whether you have high, medium, or low arches. Light and washable, they also have specially designed air vents to help keep your feet cool. And made of a virtually indestructible copolymer resin, they come with a lifetime replacement warranty. Similar orthotics cost $200 to $300 or more, but you won't pay anywhere near that. Call in the next 20 minutes and you can join the over 5 million satisfied users for just one low payment, but it gets even better. We'll also include our special sandal adapters, so you'll never be without your walk fits. Remember, call in the next 20 minutes and get the walk fits with the 3 customizable inserts and the sandal adapters for just one low payment. Don't wait, call now.
I'm on my feet all day. This mall is huge. It's 4 floors and I walk them all every day. For 15 years I've had back pain, different pains in my feet. I'm on my feet all day. This mall is huge. It's 4 floors and I walk them all every day. For 15 years I've had back pain, different pains in my feet. I put the walk foots in my shoe in the morning. I do a walk once around the mall. My feet feel better, my back feels better. I'm gonna wear them all the time.
Dr. Allen, what about all these cushions and inserts we've been putting in our shoes for years?
Well, a lot of people buy these things and they do cushion, but I can't imagine they shock absorb very well.
Well, what about this gel thing? It's very popular.
Well, better. And that's why our new WalkFit orthotic has a gel heel for added cushioning. But by themselves, where's the support and stability? And how do they help with?
Alignment, alignment, alignment.
Alignment and stability.
And I love the new odor-resistant nano silver that's in every WalkFit Platinum. It inhibits and kills fungus and bacteria, so no more stinky, sticky feet.
And don't forget, we have holes in the WalkFit to keep your feet cool all the time.
Okay, now, Doc, tell us exactly what's happening down there with our feet and why everyone should wear WalkFit.
Okay, let's go take a look at the skeletal muscles again. Now, as I've said before, there are 26 bones in the foot, and they all must work in harmony. When you walk, the foot collapses and the bones can go out of alignment. Not only can that result in hip, knee, and back pain, but it can lead to hammer toes, corns, and calluses as well. Now, the WalkFit is a true orthotic, and when I place it under the foot and press down, you'll see that the orthotic is maintaining the alignment of the foot.
The WalkFit really can make a dramatic difference in your life.
Even if all you're doing is shopping. Now, just before the holidays, we gathered together a group of women and gave them one instruction: shop till you drop. They were very excited. But after several hours on their feet, what they found was that walking and carrying all those bags of gifts was no holiday treat.
My feet hurt, and my knees.
I'm exhausted.
I feel tired, my feet hurt.
I am tired. My feet are pretty sore.
My hip is starting to hurt, my shoulders hurt, and I just want to go home and go to bed.
So we gave them WalkFits. Then, a week later, we brought them back with the same instruction: shop till you drop. This time, it was a different story. Their feet, their knees, and their backs didn't hurt.
Lower back pain gone, pain on the balls of my feet gone.
My focus was not on my feet. They're great. They're absolutely wonderful. Normally I have this burning, like heat aching feeling in my lower back and my hip. Totally gone. I am pain-free.
It feels so much better today.
I have just literally shopped till I dropped, but I'm still standing.
Today was phenomenal for shopping for me.
The difference is unbelievable. I've had these things for a week. It is unflippin' believable.
Let me tell you, they were really one happy group.
Hey, Doc, these are good for kids and seniors too, right?
They're great for kids. As for seniors, they're indispensable.
You also said that WalkFit Platinums are great for athletes too.
They are great for athletes. When you run or jump, you're hitting the ground with 3 to 4 times your body weight. That's 300 to 400% more pressure on your joints. You'd be foolish not to have WalkFit in all your athletic shoes.
Well, I know I use orthotics in my golf shoes. It really makes walking the golf course a lot easier.
And Stewie, they can also give you a much more balanced swing by getting your pressure back over your heels off the ball of your foot where you're out of balance.
And they last a lifetime, guaranteed. In our last show, we actually ran a 52,000-pound steamroller over the WalkFit to show how durable it is. It came out a little dusty, but as good as new with its support and cushionability intact.
But since then, we found a little more practical example of just how good the WalkFits are and how long they last.
Last year, we got a call from a guy in New Jersey who said he wanted to walk across the country, but his feet hurt when he walked. He said he had just bought a pair of WalkFit, and now they felt great, and he'd call us when he arrived in California.
We got that call last summer and met up with him on the coast in Malibu.
You have to enjoy walking, basically. It's pretty basic, but you have to have some kind of driving. You have to love walking. Before I started this journey, I tried a lot of other brands. The gel foam, even some of the harder orthotics, and nothing worked. Saw the WalkFit on the infomercial, put it in my shoes, and I could tell they were working immediately. These are my 5th pair of shoes since I started in the Jersey Shore. You get maybe 400 or 500 miles out of a cheap $15 pair of sneakers. The WalkFit have lasted over 3,000 miles now, and they're still going fine. I ended my walk in Oceanside, which is south of where we are at this moment. Felt wonderful, really. Kind of relief in a sense, because I was tired at the time. I could not have walked across the country without the WalkFit, and I will wear them the rest of my life.
Now, he didn't walk here to Minnesota, we flew him in. Say hello to Wes Jacobs. Yay, Wes Jacobs.
Thank you, Wes.
I'm not surprised at all the incredible stories we've heard. I've seen dramatic results with my own patients, let alone the 5 million pair that are being worn worldwide.
And by the way, these fit into most shoes. Loafers, tie shoes, work boots, even sandals.
Now, you're probably wondering if there's anything else like the WalkFit.
Actually, there is something that's sort of close. This is the orthotic that you hear advertised on the radio. You know, the one you have to go into the store to buy?
They look an awful lot alike.
Well, actually, they're not. Where is the custom insert, the gel heel? And what about the nano silver?
Plus, one more very important difference. These cost over $245. That's about 10 times the price of the WalkFit.
So don't wait. Start improving your life today. Pick up the phone and join the 5 million people who have experienced the benefits of WalkFit orthotics.
Now, we'll be back in just a minute, so don't go away.
If you suffer from sore, aching feet, take heart. If just doing your job makes walking and standing painful, get ready for a change. Introducing the new WalkFit Platinum Orthotics, guaranteed to get you back on your feet, pain-free. More than 5 million people already know the benefits of the original WalkFit, with its BioLock heel cup to steady and strengthen your heel and ankle, the longitudinal and metatarsal arch supports to distribute your weight and add balance, and its flexible action to cushion and return energy to the feet. But the new WalkFit Platinum does even more. First, it's enhanced with nano silver, an antibacterial agent to resist and kill germs and odor. Then, to help guarantee your comfort, we've added shock relief, our impact-resistant gel heel pad for added cushioning and protection. Unlike ordinary cushions and pads that offer little support, your feet actually conform to the WalkFit, moving ligaments, tendons, and muscles into more supportive positions. Remember, when your feet are off, your whole body is off, and you're like this unstable tower of blocks. Walking, even standing, can be painful. But WalkFit is engineered to help align your feet, spine, and pelvic area. So we're not just fixing a foot problem, we're fixing a body problem too. Look at the results of this independent clinical study by doctors. Over 90% got pain relief in their feet, knees, hips, and back when using WalkFit orthotics. Just imagine being able to enjoy things like dancing, bowling, taking a walk, or just going shopping without pain. Available in sizes for men and women, the WalkFits fit most shoes. And with our patented customizable inserts, are comfortable whether you have high, medium, or low arches. Light and washable, they also have specially designed air vents to help keep your feet cool. And made of a virtually indestructible copolymer resin, they come with a lifetime replacement warranty. Similar orthotics cost $200 to $300 or more, but you won't pay anywhere near that. But you won't pay that either. Call in the next 10 minutes and you can join the over 5 million satisfied users for just one low payment, but it gets even better. We'll also include our special sandal adapters, so you'll never be without your WalkFits. Remember, call in the next 10 minutes and get the WalkFits with the 3 customizable inserts and the sandal adapters for just one low payment. Don't wait, call now.
I love WalkFits. I don't just like them, I love them. I'm not a salesman, I'm a preacher, but these work, and I love WalkFits. I don't just like them, I love them. I'm not a salesman, I'm a preacher, but these work, And if you've lived with foot pain and to get relief from your foot pain, it's an amazing experience. Clearly, it's a miracle.
I tried everything to get out of pain. The iontophoresis was steroids through the skin. That really didn't help very much. I had steroid injections at the site, and I had the custom-made orthotics. And I still could not walk. The walk fits made a huge difference. Not to have the pain was like the clouds parted and the sun came out. To be able to do those things that give me joy that I thought I had to write off, I thought I'd never be able to do again, I've been able to do. And that means a lot to me. I'm so sorry.
Years of firefighting did take a toll on my feet, and nothing helped until I got the walk fits. They feel great. There's no pain. I kicked myself for spending $200 for those other orthotics when I could have bought 10 walk fits for the price of one. I've been wearing them for 5 years, haven't had a lick of pain ever since.
Welcome back. We're talking about the new WalkFit Platinum Orthotics, the #1 selling orthotic in the world, designed to help your feet, legs, hips, and back become pain-free with every step you take.
Dr. Allen, we only have another minute. Is there anything you'd like to add?
Mimi, as a foot surgeon, I am so proud of what these shows have done to educate people about their feet. Many people had no idea that putting walk fits in their shoes could change their lives so dramatically. Talking to them and hearing their stories has made me feel as good as I ever have about being a doctor.
Don't wait until pain and discomfort overtake your life. Give the new WalkFit Platinum a try.
Dr. Sellner is more than just the man on this show. He's my doctor. And if you can't visit him, do the next best thing. Pick up the phone and order your WalkFit orthotics now. I promise you, you'll thank me for that advice. For Dr. Alan Sellner, Mimi Humadon, and me, Stuart Pankin, be happy, be healthy, and walk fit.